I Went to the Store by BOScomix. One day I woke up and I was hungry. My stomach would not let me sleep for the rest of the time I wished, which would have been a total of 12 hours. The only way I could ever be comfortable again would be if I ate something right now. I left the prison cell that is my house and started to walk to the grocery store. I then instantly remembered that I am lazy and fat and dumb. I made it down the street before I nearly collapsed. Luckily, there was a nice lady who saw me and wanted to help me. Being someone who nearly never leaves the prison I call my house, I was overwhelmed with emotions as this lady whom I never met was, for whatever reason, caring for me. It was at that moment I fell in love with this lady, and I knew I must be with her. I told her my predicament. She decided it would be best for her to help me, and she drove me to the grocery store. I asked her if she would help me shop. She said she would be glad to help. Sweet! My first date in over 20 years, and I am only 15 years old. We shopped around and I got my food and I needed and got to sleep with. We shopped around and I got my food I needed to go to sleep with. When we got to the cashier, I instantly realized I have no job and I am broke. I asked the lady if she would pay for me, and she did. I cannot tell if she was hesitant or just overrun with emotions that the man she has clearly shown to be the man of her dreams had just asked her to pay for his food. I told her I had no friends and wanted some company as I ate. Knowing that she was clearly in love with me, I asked if she would sit in the park with me as I ate. Once again, she said yes with that clear sense of emotion that she was in love with me. At this point, it was obvious, and I was holding back my urge to tell her that I felt the same way. After eating, she drove home. She drove me home. When we got to my house, I looked over to her and told her my true feelings. Hey lady I just met today. First of all, I must ask you your name because you are the love of my life, and when I fantasize about you, I must be able to call your name in the sexiest voice I can make. I tell you this because you clearly feel the exact same way about me. Why else would you care so much about me to tag along with me for the past 30 minutes? I love you, lady, and I know you feel the same, so let's just go to my bedroom now. Don't worry, there's not another lady in here. That was just me alone. She then responded with words that will echo through my head for the rest of my life. Ew, no. She then left. I cannot get over her response, as it was clearly a lie. She loved me. I know she did. I emailed her. I found her email on her phone, which I took to put my number into it to save her the trouble. I figured it would be the best thing I could do. She told me in her email that she just took pity on me, and if I email her again, she would call the cops. Wow, I didn't know she was into that sort of thing. I may not be, but I can adapt. This is the love of my life, after all. I emailed her again, saying that she could not hide or play hard to get because I know that she loves me, and she should just give up now. Later that day, I got a visit from the cops. They looked at my house and told me that it was a disgrace. They told me that my house was so messy, it was a danger to society, and I had to be relocated. They asked me if I had anyone I could stay with, and I told them that the lady I met earlier that day loves me so much, she would love to let me stay with her for the time being. The police drove me to her house. They asked me if I need help, but I told them I could handle it. So they drove off. I stand looking at what would become my new house. I go to the front door, and because I do not have a key, I expect it to be unlocked for me. For some reason, it is not, because it is my house as well now. Because it's my house as well now, Because it is my house as well now, I do not, okay. I do not feel the need to knock. Who knocks on the door at their own house? I went to the back door and saw that it was not only unlocked, but open. I did not understand why she would want me to come through the back door, but I accepted it. It turns out that the house she lives in has only one bedroom, so I guess we will be roommates. I lost my place 1 second. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because she and I have many things we plan on making. We have many things we plan on doing. We have many things we can do together in bed, and we will just end up there eventually. So once again, I plan on making things easier for her. Her car was out front, so I had to assume that she was home. Yet I have not seen her. I would normally expect a warm welcome from my soon-to-be wife, but I guess she was still shy, and she still cannot get the courage to confess her love to me. I really need to use the bathroom after I ate the food from the store. All those cheeseburgers and that box of chocolates really do a number on you. I go into the bedroom and I hear the shower running. "Who's there?" I hear a familiar voice ask. "It is I, your favorite man in the world." "Dear God, what are you doing in my house?" "Oh, I would have assumed they would have told you, but I guess it's better for it to be a surprise. My house is such a clusterfuck that the police decided I need to live somewhere else. How kind of them. I figured since we are in love, you would not mind it if I slept here with you." I finished my business, and despite how much I want to, I did not jump in the shower with her. I figured that's what a boyfriend slash future husband would do, but I feel it unnecessary at the moment. Build up to the big stuff, you know? I told her I would finish unpacking and would be waiting for brunch. I eventually heard the shower stop, but I did not see her come out. I went to the bathroom to see that she was not there. I wondered where she was until I looked out the front door and saw the SWAT team there, outside, about to burst into my new house. I knew they were jealous of my love, so I knew I had to hide. I jumped out the bedroom window onto the tree that is outside every bedroom window in every house, at least according to the television. I started to run down the stream, but then I remembered I am lazy and fat and dumb. I made it down the street before I nearly collapsed. Luckily, that lady drove down. Wow, she was still wearing a towel. I thought it felt great of a night that would happen later. Just the two of us, on the run from the jealous cops, but she only wears a towel. I was trying to go into the car, but she wouldn't let me. The cops were approaching, but I started to panic, as they were going to come and steal her from me. I did not understand why she did not let me into the car, but my best guess was that she was still shy and couldn't handle the emotions of sitting next to her while only wearing a towel. But this did lead to the jealous cops arresting me, taking me to jail. I still have to go on trial, but I know my case is going to get thrown out because jealousy is not a crime. I just hope my lady is doing alright, as she's going to have to be away from me for some time. We'll make it through this, though. And the first thing I want to do is go to the store and get some lunch. I need to sleep, man. The end.